Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with a 9 of Pentacles. This is a card of gain. This is the card of the visible sign of progress. This is the card of someone who is traveling down the road of success. And I feel like you're a person with vision, right? I feel like you can see the path to success before anybody else. Okay? I feel like at least right now, you have this vision of the path before you. You can see how things are leading to success. Okay? And maybe it's been a long time of searching for the right path. Maybe a long history of exploring and trying to figure out what your path should be, and a long time of trying to induce the vision, invoke the vision of your path. Okay? I feel like right now the path to success is illuminating. Okay, it's the yellow brick road to your emerald city, to your best life, to your big rock candy mountain. Okay, it's the path to success opening up before you, and I feel like you're somebody who is able to see that path right now. Maybe where other people around you can't see it, I feel like you notice things other people don't notice. Yeah, I feel like you have kind of an intuitive sense about something. You have that vision of the path, and I think you need to follow that path. But let's find out if you are. Let's use the Dove and Serpent spread for a little bit of context. There you have the Hanged Man. You have the Hierophant. You have the Lust card, the 10 of Pentacles, wow, and the Princess of Pentacles, yeah. Yeah, this is good. The Hanged Man here, to me, it's kind of suggesting that maybe there is something that's occurring in your life that's going to help you to kind of change, help you to see things differently. I feel like there's a little bit of a change of direction or a change of perspective on something that is going to really allow you to take the right path toward this. I mean, this is the Big Rock Candy Mountain, the 10 of Pentacles up here. This is the Emerald City. This is your pathway to it. It's going to require suffering and sacrifice. It's going to require a change of perspective. Okay. On the path of the Serpent, you have the Tower. You have the 9 of Cups. You have the Temperance card, or the Art card, and you have a 7 of Cups. So I think the 7 of Cups here is kind of like, feels like there's a potential for a wrong turn. And so the Hanged Man really is here to kind of show us a different way of looking at something so that we continue to go in the right direction and we can avoid the swamp. Okay? This is not where you want to go. Okay? This is the oasis. This is your paradise. This is not. Okay. All right, let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. And we're just going to set it down right over here with Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. We're not going to take you to our leader until the very end. But that card will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, put your prediction in the comment section down beneath the video. Now, as we look around the room, major, a lot of major arcana. Your destiny is calling you, okay? It's calling for courage, wisdom. It's calling for sacrifice, okay? It's calling on you to step into the dark, scary forest, step into the pressure cooker, make good decisions, look at things the right way so that you don't get perhaps blinded, or that you don't get kind of seduced by things that are not the goal. Recognize the things in your life that may be masquerading as good choices but are not, okay? Don't be led astray. Don't be led astray from your goals right now. You have no fire, you've got water and water, you have no air, and you've got earth, and earth cards. Okay, so there's no air cards right now, so I think that there is a, there's kind of this implication that you're not doubting, you're not questioning, you're sort of like you're surrendering to the divine guidance, you're surrendering to just the flow, you know? You're believing in yourself, you're trusting in your own inner wisdom, you're trusting in the courage and the momentum behind you, you're trusting in your vision of your future. You're trusting in your vision of the path before you. I think you're somebody with an intense imagination. I feel that you have a lot of fresh ideas. I think that your ideas kind of keep you alive, they keep you going, they feel urgent, they feel unstoppable. I feel that's kind of a tower energy there that we're feeling. There's creativity here, okay? You have this inner spark that's kind of pushing you forward. And I think on top of that, you have surrender. You have acceptance, you have faith, hope, and trust. You know that your destiny is unfolding perfectly. Spirit wants you to look at some aspects of your life in a different way, because this is the Seven of Cups is something that masquerades as something good for you. It's the mirage. We think it's the oasis, but we get there, it's just more desert, or more swamp in this case, right? This is what may look like paradise, but you get there and it's more swamp. Don't go here, okay? The Hanged Man is understanding that perhaps letting too much ego into the mix is going to sort of push us toward pursuing things that might not be really good for us, okay? Those kind of ego pursuits, rather than allowing destiny to unfold and kind of going with the flow here of that destiny, okay? I think the signs here are all pointing toward you subduing your ego and letting your destiny take you forward, letting yourself be sort of carried into this future, and trusting in the vision. Surrendering really like the need for control, and allowing something to take place, allowing yourself to travel this path with kind of no resistance from yourself. Okay, the Hanged Man is not resisting, okay? Going with the flow of that creativity, of that momentum, of your imagination, of your vision, and doing so with faith, hope, and trust. You know your destiny is unfolding perfectly, okay? Down beneath the surface, I think you have some expertise here. There's an inner knowing. This is the Hierophant, and it's down here under the surface. It's inside of you, right? And to me, it kind of feels very creative, okay? It feels like there is this inner guidance. I think you're someone who's very tapped in to your true self. And I think that, this connection is kind of like you're trusting your own inner spiritual guide, trusting your own inner Hierophant, that part of you that knows. Yeah, part of you that knows, that inner master. And I think that it's allowing you to then use your imagination and to trust in that, okay, to be creative and to continue to have like a kind of clarity, okay, where your purpose is really like sharpening and any distractions are falling away. Okay, the Hierophant is kind of, it's like that energy that is telling you what is sacred, telling you what deserves your attention, telling you what is worthy of you. And this, of course, it's not coming from anywhere else but inside of you. If this were over here, then I'd say, well, there might be somebody around you that's kind of telling you what you should believe, telling you what you should do or what you should value. This is you with that inner knowing. You know what's important to you. You know what you value. Okay? And your life right now demands really a yes, a surrender, a going with the flow, and not hesitation. Okay? No hesitation at all here. Okay? In the background, your lust card, your strength card, this is your magical power. This is your passion for life, and this is it's kind of a capability, believing that you are capable of creating that future. This is, fire and earth kind of energy, right? This is your courage. This is your momentum. And I think that the Hanged Man sort of represents the ego, not resisting this momentum, not interfering with it. Okay, so this is creativity as well. The Tower and all the major arcana cards are very creative, very imaginative. Okay, very powerful. We got a fiery Leo energy, fiery Mars, fiery Sagittarius, and of course we have a very earthy Taurus energy here with the Hierophant. So I feel that there's a lot of this inner resourcefulness, a lot of clarity of vision. I feel like there's a lot of creative momentum here as well. Okay, and I think that it's that discipline, and I think your daily effort. I think that your courage to approach every day with this kind of acceptance and this kind of surrender, the courage to walk the path that you know beyond the shadow of a doubt is yours, even when it's difficult. Even when there are dangers, you're walking kind of a tightrope. On either side of the tightrope is the swamp. You don't want to fall into that swamp. You don't want to fall into those traps that a lot of people fall into. And it takes a lot of guts, It takes a lot of guts. Big shout out to everybody that is here today watching this reading. Claim this reading as your own. Okay. The Lust card is, in a way, it's kind of like taking a risk on your own passion, taking a risk on your vision, taking a risk on your creativity. Okay? And this is behind you, and this is pushing you forward into your ideal life, into your best life, your 10 of Pentacles, your wealth. Yeah. And I think that this inner guide, this feels like it's an ally or a mentor or a guide that you're connecting with on a spiritual level. It's inside of you. It's your own guide, and it's showing you what is important to you. This is your true self energy, okay? Showing you what is sacred, showing you what is important to you, showing you your future. This is your vision. This is your vision. This is your path to the realization of that vision, okay? This is who you are, where you are, and what you're doing down the road. It's your vision, your picture of your best life. Get out a sheet of paper, get out a pencil, draw a picture of this. Draw a picture of your best life. What's here for you? Your pets, your plants, your people. What else? Okay, this is your ideal. This is the goal you're after. It's very unique. Everybody's idea of wealth is going to be different. There'll be some overlap, sure. But I think your vision of your good life is going to be different than everybody else's. And that's why the Hierophant should be here underneath the surface, inside of you, rather than over here. Okay? I think when the Hierophant is here, it makes sense that we have happiness in the environment. because you're following your sacred vision about your life. And I think that automatically brings a sense of joy and pleasure and happiness to life. Okay? Whereas if we were following somebody else's sacred vision of the best life, you would probably feel this inside of you. And this is sinking, sad, queasy, something's not right here kind of feeling. We don't want this configuration, do we? Well, you don't have it. You have this one. The inner knowing, the inner guidance, leading to the outer happiness and the sort of the creation of more joy in life, and the pursuing of your happiness, the following of your bliss. So you got a 9 and a 9. You're traveling this path, but it's not an empty road. It's not a sorrowful road. It's a happy road. Okay, it's a happy road. I feel like your destiny is really calling you here. I feel like you're following that path, and I think the idea here is going forward into the dark, scary forest. Okay, the Princess of Pentacles is the card that is at some point in its evolution going to transform into the Empress. So this is going to become your Big Rock Candy Mountain. This is going to become your paradise. Right now it's not. It's not, right? You have to walk through this forest and gather your materials and start constructing that thing. This is like the plot of land that you're looking at. You're thinking, this is where I'm going to grow the garden. This is where I'm going to build the house. This is where I'm going to erect or found my Big Rock Candy Mountain. So it's pure potential at this point. It's raw materials. It's the dirt in your backyard, and you're thinking, that's where I'm going to grow the tomatoes. Okay, so there's potential there. Everything is there, ready to be brought out of you and of your life. Okay, you're staring at the blank canvas, and you're thinking, there's a lot of potential here. It just needs to be acted upon. Okay, and I think that's what you're doing with this momentum. I think that's why the Hanged Man needs to kind of get out of the way. The ego needs to get out of the way. The Hanged Man is surrendering to this path and making the sacrifices, doing what it takes to start constructing this vision in this reality. You have a lot of really good cards here. Now, I want you to subscribe to the channel. I want you to hit the like button if this is resonating with you. This is the Tower. This is an abrupt change, okay? This is a lot of creativity. This is you seeing the truth and speaking the truth. This is you not resisting that creative spark, that creative fire that's inside of you. And it is changing your life. This is kind of the moment, I think, where the Hanged Man is really, this is you finally deciding to just say, okay, I give in. I am allowing this energy to take over, and I'm going to go forward with it with no resistance. This is you offering no friction or resistance to this creative flow. And it's a moment where your life changes. You're removing all blockages from your energy right now. This is a pivotal moment. This is the moment where you change your life, you know. I feel like there maybe is a big opportunity on the table for you right now, or there's this need that kind of says, if you can let go and you can surrender to this flow, things are going to happen very, very quickly for you. Okay. I feel like there's not even a choice. I feel like this is a complete surrender. This is like you're standing at the top of the water slide and you're just like, instead of freaking out and kind of, I don't know if I should do this or not, I'm kind of nervous and scared. I feel like you're getting up there at the top, you're crossing your arms over your chest and you're just sliding down, you're just going, you know. And this is kind of like, this is that liberation of creative energy. Okay. And it's an exclamation point. This is the moment in your life where everything changes. Your destiny is calling for you, and you're not hesitating. You're answering the call like that. You're not refusing the call. You're not trying to avoid it. You're not procrastinating. You've answered, and you're letting it unfold. You're trusting in your vision like never before. Okay. And in the environment, of course, you have a 9 of Cups. You have happiness. Okay. There are going to be signs in your environment, okay, that are going to confirm that you are in this kind of flow state or in this kind of alignment with your higher vision and your destiny, okay, with this bigger sort of mission in your life. This is abundance on the physical, financial, mental, emotional, and spiritual creative planes. You're going to find synchronicity, something that a symbol or an event or a meaning or a feeling that appears on the physical or financial plane, but also has its kind of correlation on the spiritual or creative planes. They meet in the middle with in the heart and mind, the mental, emotional plane. So I think a lot of synchronicities. I think a lot of joy, you know. I think it's an underlying fundamental feeling that you're on the right track, even when things maybe seem a little choppy, things seem a little hectic, maybe when there are challenges and it's a bumpy road sometimes, you know. But there's going to be an underlying joy that everything is as it should be. Okay? You are pursuing your happiness and you are following your bliss. And to me, there's nothing better than that. Okay? I think you're going to get a lot of positive feedback from the world around you. That's going to encourage you. Okay? When you're on your sacred path, the 9 of Pentacles, it should feel like happiness. Even when you get some speed bumps, even when it's a bumpy road, it should still feel good. It should still feel like joy. Okay? You should enjoy the road that you're on. I think that's one confirmation that you're on the right road, is that even when there is trouble, you couldn't imagine being on a different road. Okay. Now, the Temperance card in the position of the fear, worry, and concern, it's a pressure cooker. Okay. It is the blacksmith's anvil. And who lays down on the blacksmith's anvil? The Hanged Man, surrendering to that pressure cooker, surrendering to this path that is going to change you. Okay, and I think with the 9 of Cups, it's the realization that I like who I'm changing into. Okay, whereas up here, if this is your feeling, then it's kind of like, okay, I don't like who I'm becoming. So I think that the surrendering here is you willfully entering into this challenging road, challenging path, that's going to mold you and shape you into who you need to become to get to the goal. Does that make sense? Because this is that kind of high pressure, high stakes situation. I think you're more than up to the task. I think you have more than what it takes to do this. But the ego has to get out of the way. The ego has to be willing to change, because this is a road that's going to transform you. And maybe the 7 of Cups is saying, look, it's not always going to feel like bliss. It's not always going to feel, it's not all sunshine, roses, and unicorns and all that kind of stuff. But it is the right road for you. Okay. So this pressure cooker is demanding really an emphatic yes, and no hesitation. Okay. The 7 of Cups, though, is definitely something that typically masquerades as something yummy, something healthy. It's the low-hanging fruit. And there's a reason why that low-hanging fruit is still there. No one else wanted it. You know? So don't go after the easy stuff. It's not going to fulfill you. It's not going to be nourishing. It's not going to be nutritious. There's a reason why it's still there. There's a reason why the fruit way up high is still there too, because nobody's bold enough to go grab it. Okay? People tend to get the fruit in the middle, I guess. So don't be distracted by those other joys or pleasures of life that seem readily available and so easy to get. Because they're not going to do it for you. They're going to be distractions. It's something swampy and toxic masquerading as beauty. Something masquerading as a satisfying, nutritious goal, but it's really not. Okay? So watch out for your step. Don't step in any of that bovine excrement. Let's look at the mystery card. I would love it if this were the Empress. I think that would be right on point here. But it could be, a 10 of Cups. It could be another 10 of Pentacles. We have the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles. Maybe we need the 9 and the 10 of Cups. It might be the Moon card, the Dark Scary Forest, your Power card. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Let's see what we have. Page of Wands. No hesitation. Immediately setting off on this journey. Giving yourself permission to not be perfect. Giving yourself permission to struggle. To not find it super easy. Because guess what? The page is a squire. Squire is the knight in training. Isn't expected to be a flawless knight. Is expected to show up every day and try. It's okay to get knocked down. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fumble with your armor or do things incorrectly, make mistakes. Okay? But only if you keep going. Only if you show up every day and you give it your best. No one expects the squire to be perfect because you're learning how to be a knight. Okay, so it's kind of like you have to allow yourself that little bit of leeway. Give yourself some slack. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fumble. You're going to fall down sometimes. But that is part of the journey. That does not mean that things are not unfolding perfectly the way they're supposed to. Okay, falling down, fumbling with your armor, fumbling with your lance or your sword or something, that's part of being a squire. That's how you learn to be a good knight, is by first acknowledging that I'm not a good knight. That's why I'm training. That's why I'm here. Okay? And I think that's kind of like the squire going into the pressure cooker of learning the process, learning how to do it, and becoming good at it, letting the situation mold us, letting our challenges and our obstacles and our occasional failures, allowing those things to mold us into the knight that we're becoming. Okay? When you're in training, that's what it is. It's mistakes. That's how you learn. So I think this is the perfect confirmation card for us, okay? Now, we're going to do an extended reading as well. We'll do an I Ching hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards. There's a link in the corner, and there's a link right below the video. New readings for Pisces on Tuesdays and Fridays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we are all in this together.